Where's John? Is he teaching?
John is literally teaching right now.
Right now?
Yeah, he's going till 6. Teaching till 6.
6. Wow. Is Patterson just here to run live IR on someone's SharePoint?
Yes.
Man.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Wade's here? Look at all this.
Talk about like Kramer showing up. Like smash into the apartment. He had the two of you.
We are live, by the way.
Whoa, man. Okay, good call. Wow, I almost said something there.
Boy, Ryan sent out the bat signal.
Send out the bat signal.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Wait,
So,
there's
Jerry-
bats?
Oh, we're supposed to be live. Oh, there's the number. Okay. Now, yep, I got the official.
Yeah, I was taking a nap.
Seriously?
That's so San Diego. That is so San Diego.
You're so San Diego.
I went paintballing yesterday, and I'm just like so sore and so tired. Like,
Are you sore from getting shot a lot or from running around with a paintball?
I both. You want to see some battle scars? I'm fine.
Are they safe for work?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
too. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to take my
my
shirt
gosh.
off. But
That's not good.
Nah, it's normal. Like, I just wear a t-shirt and some goggles. That's pretty much it. It was like.
Do you wear
87
pit
too.
vipers though?
What the fuck? What are pit vipers?
You-
Wow.
No.
Okay, I guess you're not American. I didn't know you. Wade's a spy. Wade's a spy, everyone.
What, you mean the sunglasses? I don't know what that is. Gosh.
I mean, have you ever wanted to jump a jet ski over a mountain? That's the correct eyewear to wear for that activity.
No, I am not wearing those. I will admit, one of the more expensive things I have is the mask, and it's called It's called a carbon mask. If you look up carbon paintball, you'll find them. But all my stuff is downstairs.
I have so many questions. This is not on topic for the show at all. Do you have your own paintball gun, or are you renting?
Yeah.
Are you?
No, I have my own.
Okay.
Look up EMF 100 is the marker.
There's someone in the audience
paintball
right
marker.
now that is so excited that their hobby is getting spotlighted like this. Or they're right now angrily typing that they hate the EMF 100 and you got to get the other one.
So it's magazine fed, which is completely different. It's not like a hopper where it's gravity. It's fun times. All my stuff is downstairs. Like, I'm cleaning it in the garage because if I were to take my shirt off, I got lit up. We played for like 6 hours. I got lit up several times.
Were you up against Dave Kennedy? I mean, you got pretty beat up.
We don't. So that we play mag-fed games. So everyone has magazines. It's not like speedball, like I'm sure what Dave does, where it's just like, blah! It's like
it's more tactical.
It's actual tactical.
200 bullets.
People run out of ammo all the time.
Okay.
Like it's pretty legit.
Sounds fun.
But playing in 87-degree weather is not the funnest. And
that's so San Diego again.
Yeah.
It's only 87, dude. In Florida, that's considered winter.
It was like 105 today.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played in 105.
Oh, it was 87 with 30% humidity. We were all sweating.
Oh,
It was probably less humidity than that. It never gets humid here.
All right, roll the finger. Let's do this.
Oh! I wasn't ready. I was typing to somebody.
Who went away? Did someone disappear? Where did Patterson
Someone
go?
did disappear. We'll get him back.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest in
Mr.
peace.
Patterson.
All right. Finger rolling.
Right.
Wait, who's this Jerry guy?
Hello and welcome to Black Hills Information Security's Talking About News. It's July 21st, 2025. It's SharePoint Monday. Yay! There's a SharePoint CVE, basically, if you don't already know about that. Spicy one.
It's got a name. It's got a name. Does it have a logo?
I don't have to worry about it.
Does it have a logo? Yeah, does it have a logo? That's a good question.
It's legit if it has a logo.
I'm already blanking on the name.
Tool Shell.
Tool Shell.
Tool
Recheck
Shell.
Gossie the dog. There'd be a logo if Gossie had it.
Tool Shell. That's not even. I don't know. Is that good? I don't know.
Did he do an MS Paint one?
Did Gossie do an MSP?
Share Nightmare sounds like it's already been taken.
Share Nightmare. That was when we accidentally shared too much. That already happened. Yeah. So basically, we can start with this. there's a 0-day in SharePoint. It's been patched by Microsoft. Go patch or take down your SharePoints. It's only an on-premise SharePoint. Only on-premise, which was why my name is super relevant today. I don't think this is... there's probably a bunch of different articles about this. There's a really good write-up in, what is it, EF or something? I forget the name of the company, but research.i.security. There it is. I. We don't know how to pronounce it. Is it E.Y.E? I don't know. But yeah, basically this added to the CISA known exploited vulnerabilities, currently being actively exploited by threat actors. Super scary. There's a patch. Take it down or patch it. There's 8,000 plus servers as of Friday. If that's one of you, take that down. Get rid of that. Turn that off.
I did look at the EPSS score for this one, and it was 0.07%. The likelihood that you would get exploited in the next 30 days is not very high, but it's also not something to mess around with, right? If your SharePoint is just vestigial and no one's really using it, I would shut it down and wait until someone calls and complains. Personally, there's no reason to take on that unnecessary risk. But the good news is, statistically speaking, it seems that this isn't a shut the stream down and go patch it this second, but you should prioritize patching it because it is pretty deep when it does get popped.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Anecdotally, we have one customer that already got popped. So wow. I would say take it down and patch it. I mean, they actually took it down in the process of it being popped. So I would say maybe there's not that many out there, but if you have one, fix it now.
I'm trying to read how to detect.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not. I should qualify this. I'm definitely not pitching that you should go play a round of golf instead right now. But just in the like when WannaCry was coming across the ocean, if you guys remember back in the day, that was like just throw your cup of coffee at the table and just run into the server room. So I agree. It's bad, but statistically speaking, it's a lower chance of getting popped.
I mean, there's only 8,000 servers. That's actually not that many. Mm-hmm. I think most people have moved to cloud SharePoint at this point, in my opinion.
I'll just tell my CISO, hey, we deployed this new honeypot. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love
it. Our machine keys are all honeypots now.
Yeah. We don't have a vulnerability. That's intentional. See, that's a feature.
What else happened? I don't know. I wasn't here last week. I was on vacation.
I'm going to go with malware, breaches.
What? No, that's a different show. This show is about uplifting conversations that are not political and no security.
Do you guys I'm sorry, really quick to go back on the 8,000 servers? Did you see that on Shodan? Is it centralized in certain areas of the world? I'm now I'm kind of curious, how the adoption of SharePoint Online has gone. Do you have the...
That's a good question. I can pull that up real quick. There's a SharePoint. There's a product tag for it in Shodan, so you can see. There's also a Nuclei plugin. There's a bunch of different ways of picking it out. It's pretty obvious because it has a server header that it sends back in the response. Yeah, let's see if we can find it.
Right on. And sorry to task you in real time on this one. It's just
okay. I got action items captured. I'm ready to go.
Okay, thank you. I love it.
But now you have to do the podcast while I look this up.
Yeah, no, I love it. A lot of great stuff. Nothing broke over the weekend. No, it was the anniversary of the CrowdStrike on the 17th. If you guys didn't
really?
That. Yeah. Right before
What did we do to celebrate? Pull out some RAM sticks in production?
I downloaded more RAM is how I celebrated.
All right, so here's the count. Iran has the most with 2,300, then the US with 1,600, then Malaysia with 1,300, then Canada with 332, then Germany, then a few others. So somehow Iran's we love SharePoint.
I love it.
That's actually not as many as you would think. I linked it in the chat. There's the query with the stats.
Oh, very cool. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Yeah. So what else is going on? John Strand, who isn't even here, submitted a bunch of articles. So let's go through them. The first one is a Reddit post to /r/chatgpt, which I don't know what that subreddit's like, but I'm just imagining it's a disaster. Basically, someone posted a tweet, or whatever we're calling these things now, of Replit AI, which went rogue, deleted an entire database, then tried to downplay it and lied about it. Yes, I deleted the entire database without permission during an active code and action freeze. I violated your explicit trust and instructions. At 4:26 a.m., npm run db push. I mean,
Shocker.
I guess I have more questions than answers. Like, first of all, why are you giving an AI access to destroy your production database?
That's a great question. Because like my daughter likes to make images of cats and she can't get it to stop putting bells on their collars, even though she's like, I explicitly do not want a bell on my cat's collar. And it's like, sorry, I'm going to do it anyway. So
it's trying to protect the birds. It makes sense.
Give it to the AI. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
I saw someone write up on this one, so I'm not going to claim it as my own, but I thought of all the things I saw, it was the most insightful take on this was, you should think of AI. I know people have said, like, think of AI as like an intern. So now think of AI as like a junior engineer or an intern or something like that, where you're giving it things like you would never give a junior engineer access to delete the production database, right? Like you would kind of manage that access and make sure that you would hopefully manage that access and kind of scope it so they could only, the blast radius of making junior level mistakes would be managed and that risk mitigated. So, for going forward for anyone who's listening and even myself, right? Like when you're messing with AI and playing with it, like, yeah, it's cool. It can do so many things and it doesn't take a lunch break and it doesn't have payroll and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's cool. But like, you really should think of it as, at least at this time, as like a junior intern or junior engineer, and like treat it accordingly as far as permissions and access and potential impact could go, right? If you were a GRC person, you'd be thinking about this.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I will say, I don't know if that's happening with all the MCP servers out there and all the tie-ins and API keys and things, but I fully agree with you. And there is a little bit of sanity in the Reddit comments. Like someone's like, this guy, Jason Lemkin, the person who made this post originally, is an investor type person who like makes these posts when he's like focusing on a subject. And so he's kind of just going through the full range of emotions dealing with AI. And it's kind of just, it's a really funny discussion though, the images that he posted, like, people have been sending them in Discord, but it's like, you immediately said, no, stop. You didn't even ask, but it was already too late. So yeah, don't trust your production database to AI. I guess if you needed that as advice, then you probably hopefully don't have admin on a database. There's Salt Typhoon drama.
When isn't there Salt Typhoon drama? I feel like
I thought we were over this. I thought this, like, wasn't this all like figured out? I don't know. Like, what I think we talked about it a couple of months ago where they were like, Salt Typhoon is out of the building. We're okay, but apparently not.
Isn't it human nature to like, still go round robin in lots of things?
I mean, I don't know, but IT Pro posted a news article that's all U.S. forces must now assume their networks are compromised. So we got another one. Another live one. Apparently they were in the DOD. According to the DOD, they breached networks and were there quietly for almost a year. There's a DoD report which was released after a FOIA, a Freedom of Information Act request, and apparently it was National Guard. Pretty scary. I mean, obviously government stuff. Who knows who controls it? I feel like, do we have anyone who wants to stand in for the U.S. government here? Anyone? Usually John does that.
If we talk about it incorrectly, I'm sure someone will message us. That's what usually happens. I don't know about you guys, but I get messages every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you use the internet. You post the wrong answer and then someone will post the right answer in the comments. I think that's like...
And that's also your own fault for, having your DMs open.
Did they say how they got in?
So.
All right, Jerry, everything's breached. What do we do? What's the first? Do we turn it off and turn it back on again? Is that the first thing?
Kill with fire.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You talking to me?
No. I mean, dude, so for those who don't know, I worked in federal IT for, a long time. And there's a couple things here. Number one, I'm a GRC guy, and I will point, like, all of these systems are probably FISMA compliant. That should tell you something about FISMA and the efficacy of FISMA, okay? A standard that came out in like 2002 hasn't been updated in 23 years, and yet it's still the standard, like rubber stamping. AOs, the people who actually approve these systems, are so far removed from like tech or the systems themselves. So like I could go on a whole tirade about that. It's unfortunate that we use FISMA as the standard for these large systems that are super important. For this particular one, another element I want to like point at is like it blows my mind how, and you can, if the black, this isn't a Simply Cyber show, this is a Black Hills show. So if I go into waters you don't want, that's fine. But like, it blows my mind how a country can go into another country's military network, and it's like, like just let's yell at clouds together. It's like,
darn it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the rules of engagement are wildly different in the cyber battle space. And I'm sure it's a tit for tat kind of situation because everybody's doing this to everybody. But yeah, you know, this isn't good, right? I mean, to me, this feels like one of those SolarWinds incidents where like you will never know if you fully rooted out the threat actor from this environment without replacing all the hardware, which again, in federal IT space, the budget for like 2026 is already like appropriated and spent. Like 2027 is already like lined up. Contracts are multi-year length. So even if like you got this all sorted out today, like it would still take you years before you could really take action. The U.S. federal government, the Department of Defense, the whole thing, it's like the massive cargo cruise ships, you know, container ship things. Like they don't just spin around like a cigarette boat and take a left turn. Like they're like blah, 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 blah. So
well, hold on. What we're going to do is we're going to call in the National Guard and we're going to get these servers patched right up. Okay, it's going to be fine.
That's the disposition? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's easy. No, so for you asked the question, how do they get in? There's in the document. There's a few CVEs ranging from 2018 to 2024. Say no more. So yeah, I think the other thing that is super scary, I totally agree with you that like getting this threat actor out of a network has got to be just a really impossible task. But the other scary thing is that the briefing from the DoD has a lot of it basically has a lot of information about what was taken, like administrator credentials, network diagrams, and it does explicitly say it could be used to facilitate follow-on attacks. So that's the scary part, is it's a big cargo ship that steers 1 degree per year, and they have the network diagrams, the administrator credentials, and you know whatever else they were able to take in the mix. So I think that's why people are jumping to the conclusion of all U.S. forces are compromised. I think that probably is an overstatement. Like, I'm sure that the military uses different passwords for different branches, right? Like, obviously no branch would have more than one password to use, but they probably use different passwords. So how are they going to guess the password for the Marine Corps? It's got to be different than the National Guard, right? Oh, yeah, there was some airline outages that I guess were also suspected to be Salt Typhoon, which I don't even know. I don't really know. Like, it's just, I feel like I'm fear mongering at this point. But yeah, there's an article in Forbes. Alaska Airlines was grounded overnight last night, and they halted operations at 8 p.m. Pacific and resumed after or just before 11 Pacific. And they're basically saying that, I guess, who is saying that Salt Typhoon is the threat actor? I'm not 100% sure, but that would be terrifying in my book. They're busy, I guess. They're like, we got the password from the National Guard. We reused it on
we're
Alaskan Airlines.
It says likely culprit, Salt Typhoon, and expanding cyber battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's actually,
that's again, dodgy reporting.
Yeah, it could be dodgy reporting, but whatever threat actor it is, it's arguably national importance to have functioning airlines and stuff. I don't know. I was thinking it would be the SharePoint thing. If anything else, they had to take it offline to patch their SharePoint.
Oh, that's it.
Is
that what they share all the movies on? Is SharePoint?
No.
You think?
No, that's how you buy the ticket. That's how you buy the ticket on SharePoint. It's fine.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they looped in their technology. Wasn't it like Southwest, who had like such gnarly technical debt that like everything was ran on like an Excel spreadsheet?
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, most of my life is ran on Excel spreadsheets due to logs.
We got entire organizations that are run on Excel spreadsheets. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
It sounds secure,
breaks.
to tell you the truth. Like, all you need is Excel. So what can you just like whittle a computer down to nothing but Excel and email and you'll be fine?
I mean,
that's what Microsoft Windows Core is, dude.
Oh, is it? Oh, I've never.
No, I wish. That would actually be amazing.
actually, that's almost the truth, Corey. If you known a whole lot of Microsoft employees in my life, and historically, especially like in the mid 2000 kind of period, if anybody went against the Office group, they would freak out. Like Office owned everything. So
Makes sense.
it actually adds up. But sorry I'm late, everybody. Just jumped in here because got a text message that we were kind of light on people. So hello.
Well, that's fake news, so don't believe anything you
Fake news?
read online. So there is an article that apparently an FBI breach led to the murder of an informant in this El Chapo case. So this is like another example of lack of, I don't know, I guess it's like a consequence of a cyber thing turning into real. This is like, gets scary, right? Basically, there was a report made in the Justice Department that, or by the Justice Department, that a hacker affiliated with the Sinaloa drug cartel was able to access sensitive communications between FBI officials, which led to them figuring out who the informant was. And then that person ended up being killed. Super unfortunate, obviously, for those people. But I mean, I don't know, like a cartel is just hacking the FBI. Is that the world we live in now?
I guarantee it.
Well,
If they're buying Pegasus, right? Why not? Like, not put it in past them whatsoever if they're doing that type of stuff. I know there was a couple threat groups that I was following. I wasn't a target. Well, my organizations weren't a target, but I just thought it was interesting because you don't hear about threat groups coming out of Mexico as much. So is Russia and China.
There's a lot of redacted in this report, which I just posted in the Discord. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it seems like they're monitoring communications. This is all stuff that dates back to like 2018. This is pretty old stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of scary and interesting. Hopefully now, I'm sure things are better now. There's no way the government will be vulnerable to like a 2018 CVE or anything.
You're a funny man, Corey.
Yeah.
It was just in the news too that like the president of Mexico or the former president of Mexico had been indicted or something for taking bribes for or from the two guys who like were higher ups at NCC group or not NCC, who NSO group, the ones who were behind Pegasus. It was something like $15 million, like, whatever, like sign this contract kind of thing or consulting fee. And the idea was that he was basically corrupt the president and just kind of bringing Pegasus in on government contracts and stuff like that. So I don't know much about the Mexican government and the cartels and what their relationships are like, but it seems like Pegasus might have a really great sales engineer in the Mexican market,
Man, that is
Just written in 2014, a think tank estimated its range of 320 billion over 650 billion per year, and that they were like 1% of the world's GDP for that year.
Are you saying the Sinaloa drug cartel, or are you saying
drug
NSO group? Okay.
Widespread economic, drug cartels in Mexico, for instance. It's talking.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it, and I also totally believe the corruption angle. Do you think there's going to be like a white paper use case? It's like how to convince your government to buy you Pegasus, and then it's like a nice little marketing brief that's like, step 1, buy a yacht. Step 2, take the president on the yacht. Step 3, get them to sign the contract, preferably while intoxicated.
Right. Don't forget the multi-million-dollar consulting fees. Got to put that in there.
Well, but don't worry because they have know your customer measures in place. There's no possible way this could be abused. It's fine. They know exactly who purchased it. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it was a government. It was a federal government, right?
I mean, that is crazy.
I was like a little late, but have we joked about Coldplay yet, or is that off the table?
No,
we haven't mentioned it, but
am I not young enough or old enough?
I guess you're not
wrong age.
Corey, do you really not know what we're talking about?
No, I don't use the internet.
Oh my! Okay.
He only uses the internet for
exploits. With the show. Let's keep going with the show. Let us not.
No, please explain in detail
I feel like I'm
what the kids. What are the
person.
kids these days? What are the kids these days doing?
It's the worst. It's the worst OPSEC you've seen in a while.
Okay.
Let's just say. Let's just say that unfortunately, a certain CEO got busted at a Coldplay concert with his arms around a woman who was not his wife, and ended up on the kiss cam, right? And this turned out to be the most insane, embarrassing moment ever captured and destroyed his job, obviously.
She was also the head of their HR department.
And she was the head of HR. And this has nothing to do with information security, but this is the most monumental F-up ever seen on the internet.
Do you think the cameraman knew?
No.
Like, do you think the cameraman was like,
was he paid off? I don't know. But the internet lost its mind, Corey, it still lost its mind it's still going. And
dude, it's so awesome. Like, I love
it.
I love all the mashups and stuff like this. Like,
the dude tries to hide like it's a sitcom, right?
You can see on their faces. Yeah.
Like, and he just ducks down and she turns around.
I just made it worse. But anyway, look, this is not about information security, so we shouldn't.
Discord is winning right now.
I don't know.
Job,
I guess what I would say is it is kind of about internet security because it's interesting to see how fast things can change, right? Like, there was this book, like, what is it, 5-10 years ago that was like, So You've Been Publicly Shamed. That was like basically a person who tweeted they got on a plane and when they landed, they had no job. And what had happened was during the plane, they got like a tweet that they didn't actually make, but it was under someone with the same name. And like it got reported to their HR department. They got fired like without even being involved. So, I don't know. It is crazy how fast the internet like can take something like this and just spread it like wildfire. What is the company? CEO of what? Is it like
astronomer?
Astronomer. It's a unicorn.
Astronomer. I think they were an AI related
astronomer.
Okay,
he's already resigned. Like he's already quit.
Why resign? Are we really in a world where it's like, oh, the CEO cheats on his wife? Oh, I can't handle that.
Because the person he was with was the head of HR.
And the board.
Okay, but still, that's only 2 people out of how many people at the company. Like, didn't Elon Musk
leadership, right?
Elon Musk did this to multiple VPs at Tesla, right?
You know what? The board asked him to leave. Okay, they asked him politely. I think you ought to leave.
I think he had just promoted that woman too, like recently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that the reaction in the video where they're like, "We've been hide," also is how their careers went. They were like, "Well, had a good run. My career's over now."
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be destitute soon.
Yeah. Well, with the golden parachutes, those things only last like what, 40, 50 years. But yeah, no, I would say this is a great example of why don't let your friends like Coldplay, I guess.
Or, maybe don't do inappropriate things in public.
When it's a live taping concert.
Yeah.
I was actually more amused by Chris Martin's reaction as he was talking about it. It's like, oh, are you having an
Okay, well, let's be honest. This is like a dream for Coldplay, right?
Yeah.
They need this. Although apparently they're selling out massive stadiums, so maybe they don't need this.
Maybe they don't need this.
Maybe.
Anyway, look, we should move on to InfoSec stories. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I had a. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say, I can give you a cyber nexus. Having a background in forensics, Patterson will appreciate this, but you get put on a case and you start going through the files. And you're looking, you have your keywords and stuff, but inevitably you often find there are relationships, like romantic relationships, but it's like stay in your swim lane, that's out of scope. Okay, but you notice them in an office environment. So that's my cyber nexus for you on this one.
You're right. They're going out in public. Isn't it a decent possibility that out of the 50,000 people there, someone will be like, "Hey, I know you. Why are you with you?" Like even without the internet in play at all.
Right.
Anyway.
Wow. When your swimming pool just became the internet, and life gets way more interesting. Anyway, yeah.
The world is very small.
Yeah, there are other stories.
There are other stories now that we're done being derailed by Joff.
Sorry,
It's
not
okay.
sorry.
It was fun.
I mean,
Apparently, there was a. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did.
It's your job. You're doing your job. It's great.
Yeah.
We all love it. So apparently there was also a Chrome 0-day for a sandbox exploit that got hot fixed. That button at the top that's like restart to update Chrome, just click that. It's not a fish.
Yeah, for real. Oh, reminds me, I should make a plugin that's click here to restart.
I feel like every other time I'm on like a vendor call or something like that, and like the dude's showing
They share
his
their screen
and
they're
it's
not
just like a
updated.
million tabs and not updated. And I'm like, bro, like
I know.
you think I'm gonna take you seriously if you can't just close your Chrome real quick?
It's like having food in your beard. You can't save it for later.
Yeah,
gross.
but look, I mean, it's inconvenient, man, because then all your password manager plugins need to be re-authenticated, and it's so painful.
Yeah, you got a point. But also,
that is
security.
True. I'll give you that. That's why you just download the executable instead of the plugin. All right, like
Chrome.exe from what was it? The website that always distributed malware.
Not like it was just
on the
one.
name.
What was it called?
Something.ru.
No, was it SourceForge? I want to say SourceForge, but that's like
yeah. Actually, I think you're right. SourceForge pretty much did distribute
for a while. Yeah. It was not salttyphoon.com.
No, it's salttyphoon.cn is the one you want there. But yeah, so basically there's a couple other vulns. There's a max severity Cisco vuln. We already talked about the SharePoint one at length. Apparently there's something, a bug in Wing file transfer, which I've never even heard of, but it's an FTP server. Super hot topic. Every FTP server is probably a high target after MoveIt.
Right. Yeah, but those were gold back in the day. I actually did find a Stack Overflow in an FTP server way long ago. I actually got creds somewhere in the Metasploit project for that. But,
I mean, back in 2013 when I took my OSCP, you had to buffer overflow an FTP server, so it's not like this is new.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to get your wheels somewhere, Corey. Come on, you know.
Yeah.
Can we classify it as our chicken news? The Wing, since it's a Wing file transfer server.
Oh, nice. I didn't even think of that.
You guys got.
I see what you did there, Wade. I see what you did.
This is why you're the best, Wade. This is why you're the best. So yes, the Chicken Wing transfer file transfer server, and port 20s for drums and 21s for flats. Is that how it works?
That's how it works. You nailed it.
Yeah,
you nailed it.
Apparently, there's another CitrixBleed. Did we not already talk about that? I thought we did, but it's in the list. CitrixBleed 2, Electric Boogaloo. Hilarious vulnerability. Basically the exact as the original vulnerability. If you haven't already patched your Citrix. I don't know if it has a logo. It doesn't really need one because it's just an Electric Boogaloo scenario. You got number 2.
True.
But yeah, it's literally just basically the same as it was before. Yeah.
There's one a little bit heavier article since it is a year's anniversary since CrowdStrike. It's down at the very bottom.
Mm-hmm. We already talked about that.
Have we talked about it? Or we
we didn't talk about the article.
Okay.
It was
Jerry brought up that it was the CrowdStrike anniversary.
Yeah.
Let's dig into it.
I just love the fact that CrowdStrike broke the entire world. First of all, I mean, we got to revel in that a little bit. CrowdStrike did it worse than the CEO at the Coldplay concert. I mean, they actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So basically, the article, Wade, is Andy Greenberg. Is it like kind of an after action report kind of thing? Like,
yeah, it's looking at all the hospitals that got taken down, right? And then theoretically, like, how many people died because of CrowdStrike type of deal, right? And then I don't have access to this anymore for some reason. It was a lot. Like, scroll up.
People died.
That's unresponsive
awesome.
Network's number.
It's a number, yes, but people like having to be rerouted. So that's the general feel that I got. If people have to be rerouted from hospitals, or
the chances
there's
they die
triages,
are
the chances, people are most likely going to die. So
if,
the impact of that was pretty crazy, and it's not something that I think was talked about a lot. Like, of course, we talked about the impact, but every now and then we got to think about the medical sector because they get rocked all the time, and if they're down, that's actual lives.
Well, actually, it's also a reminder for us because, you know, in offensive security consulting, all the time we're saying, hey, patch your shit. And if you're in a medical environment, the medical people will always say, life safety first, then I'll patch my shit, right? That's a good illustration, right? Life safety first, then I'll deal with the patches because, you know, human life and death that's a different level than, oh dear, my Windows box got, exploited. But my Windows box blue screen to death all at the same time as the rest of the network. Well, it crossed over with human life and death pretty quickly, right?
I mean, I will say, like, since we usually share both sides on this show, CrowdStrike did reply, or they made a statement basically saying they called the paper junk science. They noted that their researchers didn't verify the disrupted networks ran Windows or CrowdStrike. So the researchers were literally just looking at raw data on when were hospital networks inaccessible last year, and there's a huge spike at the exact time of CrowdStrike. It's like, well, it wasn't us, okay? It just the internet happened to go down that day. I will say, I think it is kind of the thin data. The data is definitely pretty thin, and it being scientifically rigorous or whatever is up for debate. But it is interesting that if you just look at the stats on hospital network outages, you can see the CrowdStrike incident in the stats, just raw data wise.
Yeah, that's sobering. I mean, it really is.
Yeah. So, I mean,
but where are the stats? Where are the stats for all of the attacks that CrowdStrike prevented?
They aren't. Yeah. Well, you can, if you go back to the graph, Ryan, the one at the top. So, there's other outages or unresponsive. Obviously, there's a spike there. It goes almost up to 50. But there's other instances, like what happened on July 28th, right? I don't know, but almost 10 hospitals were unresponsive. I don't know. I mean, that's a good point too. There's no data for that. I think no one is really debating that this type of thing is a public health or public safety or whatever you want to call it concern. I mean, that's why the whole world lost their mind when it happened. But I think it's one of those things that of all the things to really focus on, our EDR broke everything is not the war game we should all be worried about, in my opinion. But
yeah, I wonder, though, I know there's been some follow-on activity of Microsoft talking about, again, trying to push developers more out of the kernel.
Oh, they are. They're moving everyone out of the kernel. It's a huge, I mean, that's a sea change for the EDR game, for sure. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, and there's already been a substantial sea change, way many years ago, right? When they actually introduced this idea of kernel callback notifications and stuff that came along with back in the Vista days when they actually did kick them out the first time, right? It'd be interesting to follow that story to see where the balance lies, right? Because there's going to be, I expect, increased telemetry being required by these defense vendors again from the kernel. And so we're going to see extra layers of kernel software that Microsoft is going to be forced into implementing, I suspect.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. The EDR game is about to change a lot. I mean, I don't know exactly when it's going into effect, probably sometime in 2026. But yeah, the EDRs are getting kicked out of the kernel and they're going to have to go back to user land.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Defender's not.
Okay, true.
Excellent. God damn it.
Excellent
man.
point. Well, it also means, I wonder, so, user mode hooking at DLLs has been a huge thing before they really had access to the kernel, right? There's a whole history there. So, it's funny that kind of malware game is going to go focus back on user land and look at the, user mode code redirection that's been happening in DLL space for a long time. So we're going to see everybody pivot again, kind of back to the old days. It's going to get interesting.
I would almost rather go to sysinternals, right? And just have logs rather than have a crummy EDR. That would be my next step, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So in what form? Sysmon is an example, right?
Yeah. I would go full Sysmon on everything, and then just have to.
Wade? Sysmon is probably going to get kicked out of the kernel because Sysmon requires a kernel.
I thought they were in lieu with Microsoft, quasi there, right? Am I wrong?
It might be. I don't know. I cannot answer that question authoritatively.
I mean, Ronald Adams' comment is probably accurate that it's going to lead to a class action lawsuit because it definitely has the vibe. Like CrowdStrike's going to lobby against this, right? Like it has the vibe of anti-competitive behavior to just be like, be gone, other competitors. We're the only ones.
Defender rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about it last week. I wasn't here, but John sent us an article that was like, AI can bypass Microsoft Defender.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. Like,
we are seeing AI being used quite a lot in the process of, zero-day and CVE discovery. So that's not surprising to see an article like that.
There was a news story this morning about a proof of concept that got released in like within a very short time, like within less than a few hours. It was like being widespread, actively exploited. I had, speculated that, once you have the proof of concept and you know, kind of like what it is, you can feed it into AI and be like, here's the thing that does the exploitation. Like, let's have this now pop calculator, right? Something kind of benign. And now you kind of use AI to vibe code a little bit faster, go from POC to weaponized. I don't know. I'll leave that to the red guys on the team here, and the red ladies on the team here. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think there's any merit to a faster POC to weaponized?
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Today I was literally using it for that SharePoint POC. Like literally before this call, I was literally vibe coding my way.
And right after that, he went to a Coldplay concert. It turns out.
I did not, because I have taste. But basically, I would say 100%. There was the New York Times email this morning had like the AI versus AI discussion. And I thought it was interesting. It entered a lot of cyber topics, but basically the article or the like email from the New York Times, it's kind of like AI is used on both sides pretty equally, and it, especially for social engineering, it makes the numbers game much more better for the attackers because they can have flawlessly grammatically correct emails, they can have perfect phishing calls, they can do a lot of things that they couldn't do before because of language barriers or other things. But at the same time, defenders have access to the same thing. They can now defend in different languages. They can defend and analyze code in languages they don't understand, or in programming languages they don't understand. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of an arms race. The only people who really lose are the ones who don't have access to AI at all, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can be an AI curmudgeon, because I think you're absolutely right. The task acceleration factor that you get as a defender, if you've got good workflows in AI, it can be significant.
Totally.
So it is kind of it will end up being a kind of even race, I think. It's just the thing that bothers me, especially as somebody who's just turned 39 recently. Is everything's moving so much quicker. It's like, slow down, everybody, slow down. Anyway, what can I say?
That's why you got to use AI to analyze all the news articles and tell you what matters.
I want a neural interface so I don't have to type because the fingers slow me down. That's the problem.
Yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck.
Okay, Joff's.
Have you watched the latest season of Black Mirror?
I was about to say, oh my, that episode where she gets the brain voice replaced.
Yes.
I watched that with my mom and she cried.
Yes, go watch the first episode of the latest season of Black Mirror and then decide if you want to get a Neuralink installed.
Yeah, you know what? I've been meaning to write that down. I'm going to write it down right now. See, this is also...
Write it down right next to your password.
What you're going to want to do. Show us the password. That looks like a really fancy pen.
Actually, it is. It's a military grade. It's indestructible.
The military doesn't use pens. They use Microsoft SharePoint.
Black Mirror. That's the name of the show.
Black Mirror. How do you not know this? You're 10 years. Yeah. This is like me not knowing this Coldplay thing, man.
Well, I mean, Corey, we've talked a lot about how we're simpatico on some of these things, so it's all.
That's true. I'm kind of a cyber curmudgeon a little bit.
Yeah.
So what else is happening, Jerry? You got any spicy meatballs to drop in here? What's on your radar?
So I guess one kind of spicy personal thing that people may have seen. So maybe whatever. Amazon Prime Day was July 8th through 11th, and leading up to that, there was a big splash of, cyber threat actors had started procuring lookalike domains, and they were going to be ramping up on attacking individuals around, hey, like your purchase is jacked up, click here, or it's going to get returned, click here, or whatever. And I didn't really see anything personally, but like in the last 2 days, I personally have seen either myself or my mother-in-law get emails, and I actually got a really compelling text message yesterday, and I actually have an order that like got screwed up, and I didn't fall for it, but I was like, oh yeah, this has to do with it, full thing, but it had a bit.ly link. So I don't know if just kind of like almost like the toll booth late fees text messages that were like surging maybe 2-3 months ago. Mm-hmm. Like I'm seeing a massive uptick in the Amazon spam or kind of phishing things. I don't know if anyone else on this panel is getting them or chat is getting them, but I personally am seeing an uptick, and I suspect others are.
It's really funny you mentioned the toll ones, because I got a toll one this morning. Like literally this morning, I got the you have unpaid tolls in the state you no longer live. I mean, it makes sense. Has anyone gotten one? Like with all people, I've ordered so much stuff on Amazon. I've always said, like years ago, I was like, if someone stole my credit card and just bought like $42.99 purchases on Amazon, I would never notice. Who's cross-referencing these things, right? So it makes sense. Like orders do get screwed up. There's all these different sellers in the mix. Amazon will just email you and be like, hey, do you still want this? And you're like, is this a fish? What is happening?
Yeah. I saw a bit of an uptick. I can relate to that, Gerald. And the parking toll thing has definitely been on a rampage lately as well. But yeah.
Let's pick up that Amazon one that someone just threw in the chat, because this one I fell for.
The Ring doorbell one?
Yeah, did you hear? I think it's the
wait. This show's not about confessions, man.
All right, fine. I think that's the same one. There's claims that Ring doorbell got hacked, and that if you logged into your Ring doorbell, I think this is something else though. Now I look at it, but
I saw that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's claims that Ring doorbell got hacked, and if you go into everyone right now, if you go into your Amazon or go into Ring and look to see logins, you'll see a bunch of logins around May that are not you, theoretically, or they look like they're not you, like several different devices. My wife immediately messages me and she's like, they got us. And I was like, God damn it. Like, now I'm going to have to go do all this stuff. But supposedly, you got it? Okay, cool.
It. Yeah.
Which I would 100%, everyone claimed that they got hacked. I totally fell for it, believed it. Supposedly, Ring pushed some type of update that made
they had AI writing their database.
Oh, definitely. This is totally vibe coded. And all of the past logins from all your devices got moved up to one single day on May 28th.
Ooh, whoops.
Yeah. Wait, but hold on. There was just stuff you didn't recognize? It was like a timestamp thing?
If I log in right now and go look on May 28th, there's like several different devices, pretty much like that saying that logged in. Like I had old pixels that I saw. I didn't see anything that like immediately stood out to me, to tell you the truth, but there was others who definitely did. So it wasn't
like Salt Typhoon's iPhone 13 or whatever.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. But it was a good, almost red herring, like a good fire drill for me.
It's really crazy to be the person on the development team who has to be like, guys, we just suck at coding, okay? We didn't get hacked. We just suck at coding. It's fine.
Yeah. You're fine. Anyway.
That reminds me of, do you guys remember, this was like, I think I was in college, like this is like the 90s. There was a Microsoft operating system, right? There was like an app that came in Microsoft, and the icon looked like a little teddy bear. Do you remember this? And people were like, oh, if you have this teddy bear, that's malware. Like the threat actors made the icon a teddy bear, and you just got to delete it to get rid of it. And for some reason, it was like a legit Windows executable that came preloaded with the operating system. Did anyone ever fall for that?
No, but I did delete System 32 a lot. I found it. There's a Wikipedia about it. There is literally a Wikipedia about it, and I will link it right now.
Yeah, there's several people jumping in on the chat going, yeah.
Somehow I found it.
I really fell for it.
It's very hard to remember. jdbgmgr or jdbgmgr.exe virus hoax.
Yeah, yes. Like, yeah. I totally remember falling for it because, I fancied myself a bit of a techie at the time, and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely bad. This is definitely bad.
Man, look at that. Hover over MSN and look at that UI.
But for the record, all it was is the Java debugger registrar, which you definitely don't need. You don't need that. There's no bugs in Java. You don't need to be debugging Java.
Yeah, Microsoft is a malware. Yeah.
It's really funny though.
Yeah, well, that's just a throwback to yesteryear. We recently started a fun drinking game over at Simply Cyber. If I make like a 90s cultural reference, we yell drink. Like, obviously no one's actually drinking. Or
do you drink more if you know the reference, or
you probably should? But it's there's quite a few. Like this would definitely fall into that category.
Oh,
I was going to say this is 2002.
I wouldn't make it past 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, careful when we're out at Wild West Hack and Fest. We will be doing just fun fact, we will be doing the daily cyber threat brief live from Dale's Saloon downstairs at the Mountain View Grand Lodge there in Deadwood, live from Wild West Hack and Fest this year. I've got it all arranged with Dale, or there's really no Dale, but I've got it arranged with the crew over there. So if you guys are interested, you can come to a live taping of the stream.
Do we bring the drinks, or?
I mean, I've got coffee and pastries.
Is it an early morning thing? It's not.
Yeah, it'll be 6 a.m. It's mountain time out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 6 a.m. That's why we can use it, because even degenerates, gamblers are asleep at that time. So
it's a coffee drinking game. It's a coffee drinking game. That still applies.
Yeah, the gamblers are just rolled up under the table snoring somewhere, right? So
by the time you drink enough coffee, you'll get all the references.
Exactly. It's all about good times. Yeah, nice. But it'll be 6 a.m. We go live, so you got to be there by 5:30.
Talk about a slow news week. Gosh.
Dude, we got SharePoint 0 days, CrowdStrike anniversary.
I feel like I want some like stunt hacking.
There's a vulnerability in Vim, okay? But I've never been able to exit Vim, so I'm not vulnerable. No, basically file overwrites. There's a CVE in Vim. It apparently is a path traversal with the zip.
Come on, Corey. It only takes like 10 or 20 keystrokes to exit Vim.
I have a story that I'd love the panel's thoughts on. I'll drop it in chat here. Basically, it was in the news today. Aruba, or HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, they release it's an SMB designed network solution that you basically just drop it, and it produces like a wireless cloud with like a guest segment network and an internal one and all these things. And it's got hard-coded, admin credentials in it that allow you to obviously take it over and everything. I believe you can exploit it through a SQL injection. So it doesn't seem like it's super complicated to exploit. And to me, this really got down to the root of like usability versus security, right? These are designed for small, mid-sized businesses that probably don't really have IT or dependable recurring IT people. So they're trying to serve that audience by making it super easy and super simple. But when you do that, you end up with these hard-coded creds, I guess. I feel like they don't need to have hard-coded creds. I feel like you could still offer this solution without giving that type of vulnerability to it. But I was curious what other practitioners thought about this. Is this just an oopsie mistake, or is this like what you would see in more product design for small, mid-sized business? I mean, Aruba is a big player. This isn't like
I find it really, really amusing, right? Because I used to run very, very large networks in a prior life, and I was working with Aruba for quite some time. But the thing I find amusing is that we can make a joke out of this because self-configured wireless network like that, we'll call it a pop in a box, right? That's what it is. But in this case, we're just going to reverse it and say the box is already popped. So, not funny? Okay.
Well, I was just reading this. I was reading this vulnerability. So, I mean, HPE, how many companies own this? I'm so confused. Is it HP or is it Aruba? Is that somehow the same now?
I think HP acquired it at some point.
HP owns Aruba now?
Yeah.
My question is basically, how old are these devices in calendar years? Are these like recently released, or are these things from a long time ago? Because the thing about access points is they have a super long lifespan, right? Like access point technology hasn't changed a whole lot. This kind of thing was super normal 10 years ago. So if they're 10-year-old APs, I'd be like, no harm, no foul. if this is something recent, this is like unforgivably bad, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would put it more in the category of unforgivably bad. But in terms of running very large wireless networks, pop in a box is one thing. If you're running a network, and I was once in my life, of like 3,000 radios, that's a whole different thing, right? There's a lot of software complexity in there.
Yeah, I mean, Aruba has this, HPE has this on like if you Google like HPE networking instant on access point wireless, like it goes right to their main selling like landing page to sell these things. So, I mean,
I don't know. This has all been an ad. The show is sponsored by Aruba Networking. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I mean, hard-coded creds, isn't that in the OWASP top 10? Like it has to be, or it's definitely in some top 10 list of things you shouldn't do.
It's gross.
It's gross. It's not, if I buy a product and it has default creds and I paid more than like $20 for it, I'm pretty upset. Like, I'm like, this is not that hard to just have it, make it like the serial number or whatever, make it doesn't have to be totally random 85 character password. But yeah, I mean, even Wi-Fi doesn't have default creds anymore, right? Like home networking, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, admin has always been my username and password. I mean, I like it, but
why not change me? Why not change me? That's way better.
I don't like people telling me to change.
It's a message to your future self to change.
I'm talking to myself in the future. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Change me. Yeah.
Thanks for weighing in on it, guys. I had a similar opinion, so I'm glad. I feel affirmed, so I'm good.
Well, you should know a couple weeks ago we talked about the Cisco vulnerability where if you deployed the Cisco cloud appliance at the same time as someone else that had the same credentials, like the credentials were randomly generated, but they were like per version randomly generated. So like if you deployed a Cisco cloud appliance, then you could just take that password that was randomly generated and use it to log into anyone else who generated or deployed that.
Was the multi-tenant ICE thing, Cisco.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, so like, just know that this is still a problem. Cisco had to issue a patch and vulnerability alert, and they're not going to be able to. People will have to manually change the credentials. So yeah, I don't know.
That's awful, really.
We can't have nice things. That's the conclusion of the show.
Well, yeah.
I do wonder that, Mary Ellen, like as a red teamer, like, do you find how often do like hard-coded creds ever come up? Like in real practice? I'm just curious. Like this sucks, but like, is this like a common thing, or is this just kind of an obscure thing?
It's a good question. I mean, I haven't done full-on red team for a couple of years now. I'm more on the hunt side of things. But back in the day, I mean, I think it came up a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about InGuardians. So when I was with InGuardians, I mean, it was, we came across it. I mean, but that was a long time ago. So
yeah, interesting. So, I mean, I guess the proof is there, right? Yeah, go ahead.
I would say nowadays it's more common on internal networks.
Yeah.
It's rare on the internet to see it, but on I mean, this stuff like these Aruba APs, these things haven't changed in 15 years. So like if you do get inside a network, then it's more common.
Especially if you get on a network that's like if you get on the inside of a network that's academic or medical or even worse combination of both, public teaching hospital, you will find so many devices that have common creds that are just default creds everywhere. And most of those devices go to nowhere. They're like little cameras and stuff. But occasionally you would jump in and find like a beautiful camera with pan, tilt, and zoom that's like in the network SOC, so you can like zoom in on SOC analysts' sticky notes for their creds, which is really cool.
I've seen hard-coded IP cameras in every camera environment I've ever tested.
Yeah, and that's kind of awesome when that happens as a offensive operator. A long time ago in the pen testing business, and I don't pen test as much anymore, but everything is about credentials, not just hard-coded creds. Just about everything's about credentials. Like you go after creds and you go after them hard because they get you traction.
No, we're passwordless now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Someone asked in LinkedIn, what are your view on aspects of passkeys? I love passkeys. WebAuthn is the saving grace of America and the world. I'm just kidding. It's fine. But I will say, when we're talking about passwords, people are bad at passwords. We've proven like we can't have nice things. We can't have passwords. Passkeys are better. They cryptographically verify where they're supposed to be used. That means no adversary in the middle. Super nice.
So I've put in passkeys for everywhere, and I've yet to look up how it works. Like, it just tells me, you want to use a passkey and save it? And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know how this works yet, and I don't like want to go into it yet.
It's pretty
I got
complicated.
a video coming out. I got a video coming out on it because I had the same question.
Of course,
so
you have a video.
I went and did the research on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not easy.
Eventually, you're like, okay, I got to know how this thing works.
Well, you guys don't work for a password company, so.
That's really funny. I didn't think about that. But yeah, you should probably. Was that not in the interview?
Not that I recall. No.
I cannot recall how passkeys work. Next question.
Okay, the one that still gets me, and I bet you I could find this today, is to be on an internal test of some sort and still find a really old service account, one that was put in when the Active Directory domain was first born, that has a 6-character password and is administered.
I would love you on my network. The first thing I do is find the oldest account I can, promote it to admin, and then lock it down with login times. So then everyone thinks it's an old, super old account. Honeypot.
That's a nice little honeypot. Yeah. Because it's a common.
Yeah.
I
have one article I know we didn't talk about yesterday.
Plugs or chicken wings? What do we got?
Plugs? When's the Blue Team Summit?
How's your mustache?
Oh, it's fine. I almost got rid of it.
Didn't get hurt.
I'm gonna tell you guys the truth.
Paintball?
No. Mask.
You almost got rid of the stash? That's so itchy. I don't know how you deal with them.
I don't either. Did you know? I grew it because of BHIS. Like, I was gonna do it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was supposed to do like a D&D cyber thing, and I was playing Ted Lasso. Like, I made a tryout video and everything, and then I just kept it. And then now too many people know me by the mustache, and I can't get rid of it. Like,
oh my god, the confession's coming out of Wade today. Just like off the hook, man.
Yeah. We have a Blue Team Summit coming up August 27th, post DEF CON, post Black Hat. Hacker Summer Camps is 2 weeks from now, so that's happening.
Yeah. Scan this QR code. It's legit.
Are you going, Corey? Are you going to DEF CON?
I don't know. It's kind of funny because I actually have a client who wants me to be there and do like a physical engagement during DEF CON. I'm like, is that a good idea? That doesn't seem like a good idea. But we're probably going to do it anyway because, when a client asks me to do something, I do it because it's fun. Anyone else have any plugs? Jerry, you got any plugs? You got plugs.
Yeah.
You got a video about MFA coming out.
No, about passkeys.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that'll be coming out. I'll be in Vegas at Hacker Summer Camp. If anyone sees me, I got my 2025 edition of my stickers out right now for Simply Cyber. The QR code goes directly to a playlist that I made you. It's full of 90s hip-hop music, so if you're down with that, come find me and I'll slap one of these.
Show that again. Show it again. One more time.
QR codes work reversed, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
But it looks so nice. I wanted to get that. There we go. That's a cool sticker.
Yeah, thank you.
Now everyone can leak your sick mixtape.
That's right. Yeah, go check it out. It's I think it's dope. I curated it myself, and we are throwing a bit of a mixer on August 8th, the Friday of DEF CON. So if you're down with, I know this is Black Hills thing, but if you're down with Simply Cyber and you're part of the community and you want to come hang out, high five, and have a beer with other community members, we'll be out there from 4 to 7. My treat. So
where?
It is at Zombie Beer Brewing. There's actually I'll put it in chat right now. There's actually a registration page because we have a hard head count for the number of people that can fit in the building before it becomes a fire hazard. So we have to do registration, but I'll send that over there. It is not directly, you have to take an Uber to get to it. It's like a 5-minute Uber away though.
Forget Black Hat, man. I'm going to fly to Vegas just to come to that.
Yeah, come on down, John.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop it in chat right now. Are we about to end the stream? Well, I guess Discord will persist.
Discord will live forever. It's okay. Thanks everyone
everybody.
for coming. Yeah.
See ya.
Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.